Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we are in this brand new game called Slime RNG. So today I'm playing it on an alt because I already started it on my main and I didn't think it was fair enough. So I'm going to be starting it on a brand new account to show you guys what this game is like. So the goal for this video is to try and beat the best roll on my main account, which is 1 out of 3.99 million. This guy has a 1 out of 3 and 1 out of 8 slime, and these slimes look really cool. They also look very gooey, slimy, and sticky. So the first thing we have to do is click a roll, and let's see what we get. So first off, we got 1 out of 3, and now we use it to fight the enemies that spawn. Let's roll another one and see what else we get. So now we have a 1 out of 8, which will help us quite a bit. So over here are the leaderboards. The best roll in game is 1 out of 43 trillion. That person must be very lucky. Let's roll the third one and see what else we can get. Now we have a 1 out of 5. So we got 1 out of 3, 1 out of 8, and 1 out of 5. So in this game there's an upgrade tree and you can unlock all kinds of cool things. So right now we can equip 2 things and clicking on the slimes can replace the worst one. Now let's buy auto roll so we don't have to roll anymore and we can just let it auto roll. Ooh, we already got 1 out of 103. This will help us get to the next area, which will only cost 400. There's also rebirths in this game, which cost goop, which you get unlock goop at 10 million coins, and they increase your luck. They don't reset your upgrade tree, so you don't have to worry about your upgrade tree resetting. But they do reset the zones, so you have to buy the zones again, and they reset your money. So now we have 400 cash, so we can go ahead and unlock the next zone, which is the desert. So now that we have unlocked the desert, there's new kinds of enemies that we can fight. They have more health, but they give us quite a bit more cash. Now we got 2 enemies at once from the upgrade tree. So we can fight even more enemies quicker. Ooh, we also got a 1 out of 160, which is our best one now. So that can help us quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get golden rolls so we can get 2x luck every 10th roll. And then also let's get 3 slime slots so we can get more slimes to help us quicker. Ooh, we already got a 1 out of 719, which is an orca. The orca looks really cool. So I think now I'm going to save for 5,000 cash. So let's cue the short montage of getting lots of coins. Alright guys, now that we have 5,000 coins, we can buy the polar area. And this area will give us even more money. So these enemies have 200 health, but they give us 1,000 coins each time we kill one. Let's go ahead and increase our luck to try and get better slimes. So inside this upgrade tree, there's loot. And you can buy all kinds of different kinds of loot, like apples, which you can feed to make your slime stronger, and luck boosts, and other kinds of boosts that you unlock along the way. So loot is pretty rare to get. You get 1 of the new kind of loot every time you unlock a new kind of loot, but after that, they become kind of rare to get, but they are useful whenever you get one. So now we have over 25 rolls. Let's increase our roll speed so we can get more rolls faster. Also inside the loot option, you can increase your coins, which is one of the better things to do for late game because increasing your coins help a lot. But for now, let's increase our slime slots and enemies so we can get more coins. Let's go ahead and equip best, and we already got 1 out of 1k, so that's going to help us quite a bit too. So far we have been pretty lucky. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of our luck boosts. I'm going to save the apples for a better slime. So also in the upgrade tree you can get mutations of slime like big slimes, huge slimes, and other kinds. There's 4 mutations that you can unlock in the upgrade tree. And they are pretty decent whenever you get them on things. And they make your slimes a lot rarer. So now I'm going to save up for 50 coins, and let's cue another montage for that. Now that we have 50,000 coins, let's go ahead to the volcano. Ooh, we got a cutscene. We got 1 out of 2,000 with that cutscene, which is an epic. Let's go ahead and equip that. And that's a bit better from the 1k that we had. This guy over here has a 1 out of 21k. Now that we're in the volcano zone, there's new enemies, and they give us 3.5k coins each time we kill one. So let's go ahead and buy more luck. And then we'll buy some carrots. And currency boost. And then we'll save up 75,000 for big slimes. And I'll go ahead and use this currency boost, because currency boost is really useful. Also in settings, if you want to do different, increase your cutscene amount, this is the basic cutscene where it's 1 out of 2k or more. Then you can go to medium, which is where you can see 1 out of 1 million or more. And then there's 2 other modes, and then it goes off. So you can increase that to what you like. So later game you don't have to get cutscenes for all these lower amounts. Now that we have 100k, I'm going to go ahead and buy a coin boost, because that helps us quite a bit, and that's the best thing to get, in my opinion. I'm also going to get faster rolls since we have 100 dice, because faster rolls are pretty good. Now we get 8.75k coins with the coin boost and with the potion. Now that we have 75k, let's go ahead and get big slimes. And then huge slimes is 100 million and shiny slimes is 3 million. And then this one right here is inverted slimes, which costs 1 billion. Let's go ahead and save for 400k for the next zone. So we already got our first big, which is a sunset, and you can see the difference. It's like 4 times more. And I also didn't notice this, but we also get another 1 out of 1k and 1 out of 700, so let's equip best. And this will help us defeat these faster to get more money quicker. Alright guys, so we already got another cutscene, which is another 1 out of 2k. Which is another axolotl, and it's another epic. So we'll go ahead and equip that. The cutscenes in this game I think are really cool, and it keeps you motivated to getting better things. So the best place I would probably stand is right here in the middle, so the enemies from both sides can both get to you the same amount of time. Just make sure you are looking around the map pretty often so you don't miss any loot drops that drop, because they get spawned anywhere around here whenever enemies drop them. So we got a bonus, which gives us 1000 luck, 1000 X luck. And now we got 1 out of 21.5k from that, which is really helpful for us. And it gives us 67 strength to defeat enemies. So in order to get a bonus, you have to get 3 bonuses in a row on here, which a bonus is one of these bonuses, like you see right there, that are a rare chance of getting. Like that time we got 2 in a row, but we don't get a jackpot because we didn't get 3 in a row. There's also clovers up here that you can get, which gives us 2x luck, and then the next one gives us 4x luck, and so on. And it keeps stacking. But getting more and more luck gets rarer. But once you stack it pretty high, then you can get pretty good stuff from it. So now that we have 400k, let's go ahead and buy the islands, which is the next area. And we'll go ahead and stand here in the middle and defeat the enemies that are here. So these enemies give us 12.5k, and now I have to save up 2 million to get to the cave. So I think first I'll save 1 million for the extra coin multiplier, and then I'll buy a few more upgrades and then save for 2 million. If you guys are new here and want to see new videos like this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so we can hit 4k subs soon. And 99% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, which is what YouTube says. Also, if you guys want to join my community Discord server, you can copy the URL that's on the screen or look in the description for it. Now we have 500k, which is halfway to 1 million. Let's go ahead and keep grinding so we can get 400k more for 1 million so we can get more coins. So now we got our second big, which is 1 out of 719, which is a big fin. And you can see the difference, it's here. So big gives 4x damage and 4x health, which is pretty useful. So now that we have 1 million coins, let's go ahead and go to loot and then upgrade our coin income to 50%. Let's see how much that gives us. So before we were getting 12.5k, but now we're getting 15k. And eventually that adds up to quite a bit. We'll also go ahead and increase this to 4 enemies, and then save to increase our luck. Now we'll go ahead and increase our luck. And then after you buy the 3rd luck, you can get friend luck too, which if you have friends, that can give you some decent luck. But if you're like me and don't have friends, it's not the end of the world if you don't have it. Now that we also have 250k, we'll get 5 slime slots so we can kill the enemies quicker. And then we'll go ahead and equip a 1 out of 1k since we have that. If you guys made it this far in the video, comment slime. Now we have another cutscene which gave us a 1 out of 3.4k. This one's a legendary, which is a big meow, which is really neat. So meow is uncommon, but since it's big, it makes it a legendary for us. Also comment below if you want to see me stream this game, or if you just want to see me stream more at all. So now I'll save 750k for bosses. The first upgrade makes it so bosses can spawn, but they're not too common. But once they do spawn, they help quite a bit, because they drop 1 or 2 items that you can get, and they give quite a bit of coins. They just have a lot more health. Now that we have 750k, we'll go ahead and buy the first boss upgrade so we can unlock bosses. And then now we'll save for 2 million so we can get the next zone. Now we are halfway there with 1 million coins. And since we haven't gotten anything better in a while, I'll go ahead and use my apples and carrots on this 21.5k. Now that it's level 3, it went from 67 damage to 80 damage. The rarer the slime is, then the more damage it goes up to. After a while of grinding, we finally got 2 million, so we can unlock the cave. Now that we got the cave, we'll go ahead and sit in the middle again, and see how much these enemies give us. These ones give us 45k, which is 3x more than what the previous enemies were giving us. I get some roll speed boost and buy some cherries. Then I'll go ahead and use these and then feed these to my best slime. And then I'll go ahead and buy friend lock even though I don't have any friends. And then buy walk speed 2 so I can move quicker. And then after you buy walk speed 2, you can get magnet upgrades, which allow you to pick up the items that the enemies drop from farther away. We also have 300 dice, so we could either save for 30% faster rolls or get one of these. I think I'll go ahead and get the clover rolls since that's cheaper. And now we have another cutscene, which is a 1 out of 4.2k, which this one is pretty cool. And it's a legendary without any extra mutations on it. So I think now I'll go ahead and grind a while and save for 12 million so we can go ahead and get the next zone to get a lot more money. And then get some more upgrades. So a boss already spawned, which has 10x more health than the normal enemies. And after we defeat it, then I'll show you what it drops. So the boss gave us 675k coins, which is more than 10x what these enemies give, so it is very good to get a boss. And the boss also dropped an apple for us. Sometimes it drops 2 items, but then sometimes it also just drops 1. So we got another cutscene, and this one is 1 out of 15k. And it's a big boomy, which is a mythic for the rarity. And then right after that, we also got a jackpot, which is crazy with our luck. Ooh, we could have gotten 1 out of 100k, but we didn't. We got 1 out of 4k instead. Maybe our luck is good, but not the best. I think we need to get better luck. The best person on our server has 1 out of 347 million at 66k rolls, which is pretty crazy. So this game also has quite a bit of game passes that can help you along the way, but if you're like me and go free to play, it's also pretty fun to play just free to play. Getting pretty rare stuff free to play is possible, because I did go free to play on my main whenever I first found this game, and my best is a 1 out of 3.99 million at 1k rolls going free to play. I don't think we are going to beat that luck on this account, but there's always still some hope. So the currency boost does double our money, which is really good. And now we got another cutscene, which is a 1 out of 10k. And this one is another big. And it's a big buggy. So our luck is doing pretty decent so far. Now we have 12 million, so we'll go to heaven and see how much these enemies give us. So with 2x coins, these ones are giving us 288,000, which is pretty good. And then I think I'll go and save to get rapid rolls at 1k dice. But we'll save for 3 million to get shiny slimes, so we can have a chance to get better and rarer slimes. So this game also has an index if you go to settings, and you can see all the rarest normal slimes you can get, with the rarest being 1 out of 1.72 billion. And it also shows you how many times you've rolled each slime. Now we have 3 million. We'll go ahead and get shiny slimes. And then we'll get some super luck. And that will get us a lot better than what we are right now. If you guys like this video and want to see a part 2, I'll do that if this video gets 20 likes or more. But I think with that, I'll save the next few areas for another video if you guys want to see that. And also just comment down below what other kinds of videos on games you want to see. If you guys want to see other videos I've made, check out the videos that will be on the screen. And you can watch them if you want to see some more interesting videos I've made. So that's going to be all for today's video. Subscribe.